Okay, we are live. Did you want to hit record?
Yes.
On that camera?
And you're live out to you?
I'm live. It's going to tell me when Facebook builds an audience for me. But, see, look, it says, you're live. We're building an audience for you.
Okay.
So, and then we should know in a sec when it is actually live, because I think there's a bit of a time delay. Cool, it looks like there's people on now. Hey guys, say hi when you jump on. Yo, yo, who's on the line? There's definitely people jumping on. Hey Lily, Lily, I'm in LA. Are you in LA? Hey Mel, awesome, cool. We're
so
live,
it just like
we're
went
live.
live, like just
We're live like that. Are we crooked though? That looks a bit.
Are we crooked?
It looks a little bit. Hang on. How do I make it not crooked?
It's like a Saturday night. Am I crooked?
Well, no, we can't be crooked. No, don't be crooked. Whatever you do, don't be crooked. Hey guys. Hey Charmaine. Awesome.
What's up, Charmaine? How are you?
What's up? Okay, are we straight now?
We're straight.
I feel like we're level.
No, we're straight.
I feel like we're level. Amazing. Hey guys. Hey Lynn.
Khalid.
Yo. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am so excited. We've got like a full setup here. I feel like I need to move the camera and show them.
The camera looks
plugged in.
You
Alright,
want
I
to
won't
show
touch the
them
camera.
everything?
Alright, I won't touch it. I won't mess it up. This guy's like all tech on me. You know how I'm like not tech and I'm like, hey, selfie live stream. He's like, lights, camera, action, like
Yeah.
full on, right? I am here in LA right now. I'm in Hollywood with Mr. Sean Collinson, who does freaking everything in the world pretty much, right?
Right.
He is literally, he is a thought leader, he is a rapper, he is a mediator, he is a celebrity mediator, he is a pilot, I mean, there's pretty much nothing he can't do, which is fine.
That's true.
Just be awesome at everything.
That is true.
Don't leave anything for anyone else to be awesome
leave
at.
Leave nothing out.
Leave
all the
nothing
way
out.
up.
All the way up.
That's right, all the way up.
So we were sitting here creating some content because we might have something a little bit epic coming your way, but we can't share that right now. But we thought we would turn the live stream on because I was about to interview Sean and ask him some cool questions about who he is and what he's about. And I thought, well, you know what? This is a little bit selfish not to share this, right?
Right.
True?
That's true.
Are you ready?
That's very true.
Should we roll?
I'm gonna share.
You're gonna share. Well, tell these guys, because these guys are tuning in. You guys, I'm recognizing some names. They're literally from Australia, New Zealand. We've got people in London.
Australia.
Have you been? Oh,
I've been to Australia.
We need to go to New Zealand.
I've been to Perth, Melbourne.
Go to New Zealand.
I love
There's
New Zealand.
Kiwis on here. Be careful.
Oh, wow.
You need to go to New Zealand.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got
New
people
Zealand.
in the US as well. Amazing. So tell these guys, if they don't know you already, who are you? What are you about? Who's
I'm
Sean?
Sean Collinson. Currently, I'm a family law mediator. I'm a pilot. I started out as a rap artist.
Can you rap for
I
us?
was Kid Flash. High flame into the death row. I'm in control like the devil. Yeah. I'm gonna sell your soul.
He's real. It was.
I can put
so
it
he's
down,
not lying.
I can. I can still drop it.
You're like a rapper in a suit.
No doubt.
You're like
yeah,
a serious rapper,
suit,
like business
yeah,
rapper.
You know? I'm corporate with it.
Corporate rapper.
I'm like Jay-Z. Keep it.
Yeah.
Go and brush your shoulders off. For sure.
I love it. I love it. So what are you doing now? I mean, you used to be a rapper. You still do law stuff, but what's your passion?
My passion right now is to help people get into living their best life now.
Right.
And
Not later.
Not later. Now. And to really just get out of your own way, get into your purpose, get into gratitude, forgiveness, and really stop letting other people kill your dreams.
Right.
And you just get there, and you just decide that you're gonna make a choice, and you're gonna do it. And
right.
I'm just all about right now that nothing can stop you. You have to turn all the way up.
All the way up.
You have to do it. I mean,
it's
it's
gotta be
necessary.
a new hashtag, right?
Yeah, hashtag all the way up. Don't let people kill your dreams, man. Get there and just make sure. I mean, like, I'm from Brooklyn, right? So let me just tell y'all what's up. Originally, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Right, so I start off at 15. My mother has me at 14.
Wow.
My father dies a week later. 6 weeks later, he gets shot in the head, at a gas station. So we had no role models. The street was like raising us. And so as we're coming up in the street, it's like the only thing really we even have is to believe in ourselves. And so one thing that I know that, that the universe provided for me was that the universe made sure that I had believability in who I was. And so what we're coming with Best Lives Now is to really talk to people about believe in yourself, man. Don't let no one ever tell you you can't do something or you are not able to or take that away from you. When
Right.
people did that to us in Brooklyn, I really used that as high octane to show them, yo, you got me wrong.
Right.
I'm hollering. So we would go uptown from Brooklyn, get on a train, go uptown to Manhattan, and get on stage at the Roxy, and it would be like,
How old were you?
me? You
Yeah.
want me to tell you?
Yeah,
You
no,
want me to give you-
then.
Oh, tell them.
Oh, you can tell them now.
You want me to tell them?
No, tell them how old were you when you were rapping.
Oh, when I was a rap,
Yeah.
yes, I was 18.
Right.
So yo, if y'all really want to look for that, okay, I'm gonna give you a jewel right now. Okay,
Wait.
Kid Flash,
Write it down.
hot like fire.
Yes.
Kid Flash, hot like fire. So you'll see me with the big gold chain.
Go and Google it
on
after this live
stage.
stream. Don't leave
Yes,
the live
don't look
stream.
now.
No, don't look
You'll
now.
be like,
He
yo,
might rap
what's
again.
up? Yo, that's
You'll
him.
miss it in real time.
Yeah, because I think, and even when I came down to be a family law mediator and I'm dealing with people, I even think from the rap day, from that era, I truly believe, even when I was on stage rapping with LL Cool J, Run DMC, the Fat Boys, Lisa, and we were on tour,
Yeah.
I still think I was like ministering to people, like, yo,
Right.
here's what you got to do. And I remember when we would get off stage and little kids and parents would bring their daughters to get an autograph or sign the album. Back then, it was almost like people were like, yo, one day I would like to do that. And I always had like the heart that said, yo, you could do this right now. If you really think of like who
Right.
I am and you're looking at me
Right.
and I can do it, yo, really, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Well, here's the thing, like, that's a gift that you have. Knowing you have the ability to look at someone and see greatness,
Yeah.
right? We both do that. We both see people and we see nothing but potential, right?
Right.
But for people now, like, they're probably pumped up. They're probably like, yeah, I'm going to live my best life now, right? I'm going to believe in myself. But then chances are they're going to turn off this live stream and go, well, shit, you know, how do I actually do that? Like,
Right.
that's all, you know, good when you say that, but how do they start believing?
Right. I'm gonna give you guys one thing you can start doing instantly. Like as soon as this is over, you can just sit back and just say thank you and get in gratitude for just having the internet to receive this. A lot is about gratitude and not discounting what you have in your life and what's really going down. I remember when we used to get on the train and go to the Roxy, and we would be in there sometimes like 6 in the morning. I would come out so tired, but I got paid $500 for like 45 minutes to just get on stage and go, did y'all really come to Roxy? I said, hell yeah! And the whole crowd would be like, I'd be like, yo. So I was, even though I was tired going home, I was like, you know what? I'm grateful. So you just have to, the one thing you can take from this, and it's easy, is just take, yo, I want to be grateful. And start realizing that, I'll give you one more. I'm going to give one more.
You said one.
I know.
We got guys. You
I'll give it
you
a
got to
one.
give us
All
some
right.
love if
Yeah,
you want to,
yeah, yeah.
right? You gotta just
Y'all
dish
gotta
them
holler
out
at me
too.
for that,
You
man.
gotta
You
give us
gotta
some
holler at me
love
for
on that, right?
Because you gotta holler at me for that, yo. You gotta holler
It's
at
like
me
you
for
can't
that.
just
Yeah,
give it
man.
to them. They gotta work for
Yeah,
it, right?
man.
I've got a question though before you jump
All right.
into that about the rapping. Like I see you light up, right, when you rap, and I can see you on stage. I've obviously seen your stuff, but it's like
Yeah.
you have this buzz and this life and this. It's like this adrenaline rush, right?
Yeah.
So what is your adrenaline rush now? Like I'm assuming you don't just sit in your room and rap, like
Right,
you know,
right?
So what
No, no.
buzzes you now?
I feel you. I feel like every day I go through, there's certain challenges. Like sometimes you feel a high, sometimes you feel a low.
Right.
And sometimes you feel like, you know what, I just don't really want to do anything. And you'll get stagnant and you don't know what to do. When you don't know what to do, that's the time to do.
Right.
Because the universe is trying to speak to you. And sometimes you have to stay still so that you can get it. But once you get it, you can start to apply it. Now, one thing that people get confused is fate without work is dead. So anytime you have something that you want to do in life, I'll give you one thing that I do every day. If there's something that I'm doing, I'm usually going to put about an hour to an hour and a half of productivity towards that goal.
Okay.
And when I start doing that, things start to happen. So I have this whole rule, because I'm from Brooklyn. So really, if I'm going to get it, I got to go get it. Nobody's going to give it to me. So once I'm productive, and I say each day, I'm going to focus at least an hour to an hour and a half on making it happen. And let me tell you something. Whatever you focus on, it gets larger.
It expands.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like drama.
Right.
If you focus on
That's
drama,
true.
it gets
'Cause
bigger.
positive and negative, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It works the same way. See, the
Yeah.
brain.
Look at all this love coming
Yo.
through.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm going to tell you, the brain doesn't know the difference
No.
between negative and positive.
Right.
It just either knows that you're doing something or you're not
Yeah.
doing. And I have
Right.
another rule. There's no such
You've
thing
got a lot
as
of rules.
Yeah, I got a good
Where are
rule
these
though.
rules coming from?
This rule is in my
Shawns
talk.
rule of life.
It's in my empowerment. But one big thing is you're never trying. So sometimes people go, "Yo, what's up with you? You doing that?" And you'll go, "Yeah, man, I'm trying."
Yeah.
You can't try. You're either doing
do
it
or you're not doing
not
it.
doing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as trying. So every day I get up, I drive to work, and I'm thinking like, "Yo, I'm living my best life now.
Right.
I'm gonna go out and get it." And I don't really, when we put it the way it's supposed to go, y'all gonna feel me. Y'all gonna feel me.
That's awesome.
That's what's up.
Awesome. Hey, Shawn, we were talking earlier and you shared a story about your grandma, right?
Yeah.
Your grandmother. And I would love for you to share this with you guys because, I mean, it was powerful. I was behind the camera and I was like, that's seriously cool.
You know, it was interesting because when we were growing up, we were just like, people, they see us today and they think that, this all happened now. But when we were growing up in Brooklyn, we were just juvenile delinquents. No one ever took us for a walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. My mother had me at 14. My father got shot in the head 6 weeks later. And so really, there was no role model.
Right.
And so the street was really forging who we were going to be. And I remember one time in high school, we were going on a field trip. Now, most kids go to the zoo. They go to the park. They walk across the Brooklyn Bridge from Brooklyn to Manhattan. But for some reason at our school, they took us to Rikers Island, to a penitentiary, and we all of these felons were talking to us about scared straight, and it dawned on me like, man, they don't really believe in us. Like all my boys, a lot of them, so nowadays could be dead or in jail, and they were saying, if we made it to 18, that was going to be a blessing.
Right.
And so my grandmother said to me one day, we were sitting on the stoop, and we would sit on the stoop and we would watch cars go by. And she said, you know what, Shawn, if you ever took the negative energy and used it to do something positive in your life, one day you're going to be somebody. And she told me that at 17. It hit me at 33.
At least it hit you at some point.
It did hit me. Yes, it did hit me. But I always say better late than never, right? So once it hit me, it dawned on me because I was tech, I was introverted.
Right.
I was really a smart kid, but I had a problem with discipline. So the discipline and me being sort of unruly overruled my grades and everything. So eventually I figured out that if I apply certain things in a certain way and I get in alignment and I get in my truth and I get into my purpose, the universe is going to conspire greatness.
Right.
And all I have to do is do the purpose.
Okay, I got to stop you there because my audience is obsessed with alignment and purpose and passion. It's like, I mean, I can already see the hearts coming through. Like, you're right. So, firstly, how important do you think it is to live a life in alignment with your truth? And secondly, how do you know if you're in alignment? Because, I mean, I get asked this question a lot from my audience. I get asked the question of, I'm trying to be in alignment, or I think I'm in alignment, but I'm just not sure if I'm in alignment. So how do I actually know?
You know what? I have something that happens in my intuition. Like, I believe that you always have a gut feeling about things.
Right.
And some days when I'm on a high, or there's days I'm on a low. But the difference is that I don't sort of get attached to the high or the low.
Right.
And I remain attached to my purpose.
Okay.
And even if I'm not feeling like I'm in my purpose, I can sort of in my intuition feel as if my purpose and my passion exists. So I sort of have an equity in my purpose.
Got it.
And one thing you can't take from me is you can't take my equity.
Right.
It's like once I've committed and I've built it, even if I'm on a low day, it doesn't matter. I still know it exists.
Right.
And so I'm not going to discount myself. so that someone can say something and get me down and try to be a dream killer. I'm just like, yo, that's in the moment.
Right.
Already, and then once they do that, we go back to rule number 1, gratitude.
Right.
And I go, you know what? That person telling me that, there's a reason they told me. And I believe that it may have something to do with my purpose, my passion, but still, I'm 100%. We don't have any room for haters.
How do you deal with the haters? Because, I mean, I'm sure in the circles you
Yeah.
move in and the people you've dealt with, and even if they're not your haters, I'm sure you deal with a lot of haters indirectly,
sure.
right? Like, I can take a guess.
Yo.
Right?
Yo, I gotta be honest.
What do you do? Just wrath at them? Like,
Yeah, nah.
How do you deal with that? Because
I gotta be 1,000.
You need a shield, right?
Yeah, I gotta be 100. When I was in the first year of law school, and I was gonna be a mediator. And so I went on to be a mediator. So I deal with all the family law, divorces, marriage, everything going on, the drama. And sometimes the judges will have these big symposiums where tons of lawyers come. And it never fails. It never fails. Someone will walk over to me and say, hey, what are you doing here? And I'll just go like, man, so even nowadays, people can still see you as you don't belong.
Right.
But you have to believe you belong. And so it tickles me because I go, when the little guy asked me that question, and I just go, you know what? I knew you were going to say that. So I never take it personal. Oftentimes we take things way too personal.
Right.
And you let it affect you and come into your space. You got to set your boundaries. And, you know, when you roll, you got to roll hard.
Well, that's one of the 4 agreements, right? It's like,
Yeah.
take nothing personally. Like, seriously, if you guys can go out and live a life where you choose to take nothing personally,
Yeah, for sure.
it's freeing.
Yeah.
It's freeing because then there's no emotional weighting behind it all, right?
You don't got to stress it. I think that people let other people drag them down.
Right.
And if you're doing that, you've compromised your purpose.
Right.
You really want to be in your purpose. And once you get in it, you're 100%. It's almost like a bus, and there's no more seats left in your purpose. Right. No one can get on. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to do you, and you got to own your position. And once you own your position, people are just going to try to bump you. And you got to be like, yo, not right now. I'm not having it. I'm trying to get this done. And that's where I come back with the productivity. Right. Being grateful. And really, another thing is forgiving. Forgive yourself. If your life hasn't always gone the way you want it to go, don't worry about it. Yeah. You're here for a purpose. You have a gift. And once you have to tap into it. Holla at me. Yeah. We could get it. We could get your best life started. Now.
Not tomorrow. Yeah. Now, right?
Yeah. Yesterday is history. If we're talking about it today, that means it already happened.
That's right.
It already happened.
Right. It's gone.
That means you can't
even
you can't even run across a finish line for something that already happened. So what I automatically believe, I have a book out. I'm going to let you guys know about my book because I forgot to talk about my book. My book is 7 Keys to Love. And so, interesting, when I was about 2 months before I wrote the book, I would drive to work every day, and I had this slight pressure on my head. And it almost felt like I was impregnated from the universe with this idea, as crazy as that sounds.
Downloads.
And so I was downloading the book. And then one day it hit me, and it said, go to Whole Foods, that's a restaurant in Los Angeles. There was a big shopping store. And it said, stay there for 90 days and write 7 keys to love. Yeah. And so I went to Whole Foods. I would get a tuna fish sandwich and a coconut water. And for 90 days, I wrote the book, 7 Keys to Love.
So if you're writing a book right now, make sure you have your coconut water and what? Your tuna
fish. I had a tuna sandwich.
Of course.
90 days later, I had the book. Here's the thing. I had 100% purpose, and I had 100% commitment, and I had 100% of the universe conspiring for the greatness.
Because you were in alignment.
Yeah, that was the alignment.
Right.
But I had a whole rule, because when we grew up, I got a Shawn rule.
He's got like a
Shawn
rule book.
Yes. So how many rules do we have?
You got lots of rules so far.
Yeah, you know, send some love for the rules. I had a whole bunch of rules. But the alignment was there, and what was interesting, and this is gonna sound crazy, right? But when I was writing the book, every day I would go to Whole Foods. There was some seats in front of the cash register where I would sit. And there was this one seat all the way in the back by the microwave. And every day I went, that location was always available. The craziest part about that is not the fact that it was always available, but people would cook the weirdest things in the microwave, and I would smell the stuff. And I'm thinking like every day, oh hell no, I cannot sit by this microwave ever again. But I would stay by the microwave, and it was definitely the universe, my purpose, and the alignment. And I think the smell from the food people would cook in the microwave, because the universe knew it annoyed me, was like, if it's testing me like, how bad do you really want to write this book? And so I stayed there doing that. Yo, that's what's up. Funny. Who's on there right now? I see.
There's lots of people on there.
Corinne, what's up?
Carly, Renelle,
what's up?
Hey.
Renelle, what's up?
If you guys have a question for Shawn, by the way, type it in. You got lots of love and everything coming through, so make sure you type it in. Look at all this love.
Yeah, and I only have a few minutes, so if you have a question for me, shoot it out right now. Holla at me. I'm gonna handle the question.
What do you think for these guys, knowing my audience? I mean, these guys are super motivated. They're purpose driven. They're all focused on alignment. They're generally super high achievers. Like, they're always looking to go to the next level, right? Yeah. Regardless of where they're at, they know there's always more. So what's your advice in terms of how can they elevate their mindset to that next level?
Yes, elevating the mindset to the next level. And for every high achiever out there, I know what you're going through. And it's really not about really what you're doing, but it's about the challenge and really getting there and continuing to ascend. And I always bring that back to, in 2007, I became a pilot. And I remember the day I walked in the mall and I had my hat to the back and I was looking real Brooklyn. And I went over to this like white guy. He was like 67 years old. I'm hat to the back and I'm like, yo, could I be a pilot? He looked at me like, I thought he was gonna be like, hell no.
Right.
But he looked at me and he said, you can. And so the universe again sent in the confirmation. So anytime you're achieving anything, you have to really own the position.
Right.
So whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve, it's all about achieve. You have to believe. So if there's something that you really want to do and it's egging at you, it's like the book, becoming a pilot, it seems to nudge at you.
Right.
And that's the universe.
Nudging.
Then you have to get into alignment and purpose. And then you just have to believe. So in order to achieve, you have to believe.
Nice.
That's what I do.
I love it.
Is there any questions?
I love it. Let me check in on this. Someone says, sorry, no questions, but your hair looks amazing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yours, obviously. That's awesome. There's lots of people on here. Hey, Karen, Carly, Katie, Rodney Scott, right. Hello. Own and celebrate your own equality. No, equity. I read your comment wrong. Yes. I'm sorry. He'll tell me off later. Liam, absolutely. Sounds like life purpose is always tied up with self-belief. Would you agree?
Yes.
I think so.
Self-belief is really what's going on.
Robert Maschetti, hello, how are you? Jen Scalia, amazing. I think you're coming in from New York. Marissa, yes. Chrissy Palmer, hi. Looking hot. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Oh yes. Jason, hi. I think you're in LA. We need to catch up. Rodney, Aaron, Laura. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, everyone is freaking awesome on here. Just own it. I love it. Absolutely. Own it. I feel like you should rap for them again, for all the people that weren't on in the beginning.
I do that.
Okay, Shawn is a rapper, right? And you guys need to go back, by the way, if you just jumped on and watch the beginning of this live stream, because he shares his story.
But I used to be a rapper.
Well, no, you still are.
I am still a rapper, yeah.
You just rapped. Does that not make you a rapper?
I got bros in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you get into your rap mode, and then like changes your whole vibe.
Yeah, and then you can't talk.
Like when we used to go to Rice, like,
It's so funny.
Sure,
I
mate.
know, I love it.
Sure.
All right, guys, I want you to give me
Do
a
it.
big hell yes on the comments if you would like to see this guy in Australia and New Zealand sometime in the very near future, because we're doing stuff, obviously, we're hanging out. It's a
Yeah.
freaking Saturday night, and we're
Yeah.
here live streaming for you guys. That's
Yeah.
how dedicated we are to you, right?
That's what's up.
It's like, I mean, we could be doing a lot of other things on a Saturday night, but we're here giving value to you guys because we care, right?
100.
Right. So if you love Shawn, if you love his vibe, hit me
Who
up
said
with a
hell
hell
yes?
yes. We got lots of hell
Liam,
yeses.
hell
coming through.
yes. I see Rodney, hell yeah. Yo, Rod, get in there.
He's
Narvel, yes. Yo, we
You
can
guys
do
are
this.
awesome,
yeah,
right.
you guys
We-
are awesome, mate. Thank
Probably
you.
gonna do it, let's be honest.
Yo,
So
that's what's up.
everyone that comments hell yes, even if you're not live and you're watching the recording, chuck the hell yes
Shoot
below.
you a message.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes,
send you guys the
message
details.
Regan.
I'll send you the details. I'll let you know
Yeah.
what we're up to. But I feel like you guys need this guy in your life. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Holla back.
Yeah. What's the last thing you need these guys to know? What do you
I
want?
want these guys to know, hey, check out my Instagram at Shawns Collinson.
Yeah.
And his _official. Shawn is SEANCOLL.
It's on the live stream.
It's on the live stream. Excellent.
Look at the live stream.
Oh yeah, I see that. I knew that. I knew that. And then and just keep it 100. And if you want to do it,
Right.
it's on you.
Right.
It's on you.
It's on you.
It's on
And
you.
all the way up.
All the way
All
up.
the way
Nothing
up.
can stop you.
Never.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. All right, we're going to
Awesome.
love you and leave you. Love all of
Cheers.
you guys too. You're awesome. Hey, Celeste,
Peace.
come hang out in LA. Ciao, guys.